Wild time.
Hell yeah,
baby. Oh, yeah.
Wild times. Here we go. What are you doing, Petter?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at some porn.
Welcome to the Wild Times, greatest podcast in the world, on the air, ever existed in the universe.
Fact.
Get off your phone.
I had a fun news story I wanted to say.
I am your host, Forrest Galante, the broologist. The guy on his phone is Kim Kardashian. He sits there on his phone during hair salons. It worked for them, so we're trying it. He's just going to be on his phone the whole pod.
People like watching people who are texting the entire time.
Okay,
Yeah, 100%.
all right. Nobody cares about me anyways. It's
And
fine.
there's also Patrick. So,
I'm not on my phone.
Yeah, he's not. Here we
For
are.
For once.
What is so interesting? Tell us what you're researching.
This is going to be controversial. You ready for this?
Very.
You guys know that the Dodo, you heard of it?
Sure have.
Yeah.
Was actually not hunted to extinction. Its extinction was most likely the result of hurricanes, local floods, deforestation, and their eggs and young being eaten by pigs and monkeys.
Lie.
That's what I'm saying. This is
Lie.
controversial.
Well, I mean, we brought pigs to Mauritius.
And it's not monkeys, it's pigs and rats.
it says pigs and monkeys.
That's wrong.
According to Wikipedia.
Okay, listen, Chat GPT.
You don't know. It's not. It's Wikipedia. All right, go ahead. Tell me why it's wrong. Tell me.
I'll tell you why it's wrong, because
Dodo.
it's in part correct.
Thank
and this
you.
is the problem. Everything is so black and white, and it's not how the world works. What happened was people came to Mauritius.
Like they.
No,
Sorry.
they didn't nut on Mauritius.
Whoa!
They came
I
to
didn't
Mauritius.
say that.
Yes, you
they
did.
didn't come down Mauritius.
They came to Mauritius,
Okay.
and then they were like, wow, look at these stupid birds. So they walked around bopping them on the head because they could, and it was fun, and there was nothing else to do there. In addition to that, they started cutting down trees and being like, oh, we need these trees to build canoes and huts and houses. And in addition to that, with them came rats and pigs, not monkeys. Not sure where that came from.
Mhm.
And the rats would eat the eggs. The pigs would come along and eat the babies.
Okay.
People would bop them on the head. The trees that they like to eat the seeds from disappeared. And all those things in combination led to the extinction of the dodo.
Okay, but you know, the common belief is that humans hunted them to extinction, which seems to be not the prominent theory anymore.
I would say it's 80-20 humans hunted them to extinction.
Wow, I think
Like,
you're going to get a lot of hate for this in the comments.
I hope
Forrest.
I do.
All
well,
right.
the idea
I
that
hope
it
I
was
do.
hurricanes,
Hurricanes.
when there had been many hurricanes there, it was extant, and then within 100 years of humans arriving, it was gone. I think common sense goes, I think that might have something
Well,
to do.
listen, I'm just saying it's very specifically said hunting of the dodo bird. All these other things,
Someone
yes,
time
humans
traveled.
bring. What do you mean? What?
Someone time
You know I love
traveled
time
and
travel.
went back, and when I figured it out, it was the hurricane.
I hope
Hurricane.
I hope at some point we can talk about aliens today because I have
Dude,
stuff.
I watched this crazy documentary with like found footage of this tornado.
Okay.
Have you guys seen this thing?
No.
No idea.
I
It's
wanna
like
hear
this
more.
tornado doc. I think it's on Netflix.
Called Twister.
No, yeah,
Twisters.
exactly. What is it called? No, it's not that. But basically, there was all these people filming during this crazy hurricane.
Okay.
Yeah, the Twister caught in the storm.
And what happened?
I think that's it.
Why does the movie
I don't
cover
know. It's
to
just
it?
gnarly, dude. Like these amateur goth kids that
Okay.
go out
I'm
because they're
sold.
amateur storm chasers and they're filming. And
Ooh, the Joplin one was a devastating.
the shit just
tornado.
gets out of control, dude.
What?
They think that, they go to look at it
Mhm.
and then they're like, oh shit, it's like huge and coming at us faster than we can drive.
I'd kind of love to do this. I feel like you get such a cool experience and rush from being in a storm like this.
Yeah, I think.
I've never seen a tornado.
No, I haven't either.
Oh, dude, I was in one when I was at this place called Hobson Pool, where we all went when I was a kid in
Chicago?
suburb Downers Grove. I remember the sky turned completely green, dude. You could feel the air just got all wet,
Whoa.
and it was very sunny and nice out. Then all of a sudden, just boom, and then a giant gust of wind, and they shuffled us all into the bathroom. Put your head between your knees and kiss your ass goodbye status.
Uh-huh.
And it touched down literally, man, like a mile away, and the door was open, so I could see it just coming
Whoa.
from the sky, and it was all green and then gray and just
Cool.
it was huge too. And man, I was terrified of tornadoes after that.
Was it making a crazy sound?
I couldn't hear it. It was so loud, and things were slamming. Chairs were being blown
Whoa.
all over, and rain. I mean, it was just raining and thundering and lightning constantly. And then it went away after 10 minutes. Boom, everything cleared up, and it was peaceful again.
So was that the scariest natural disaster event you've been a part of?
without question.
What about you, Forrest? What's your most memorable? Natural
Definitely, I posted some of this during the fire, but the fire, we got hit back to back with the fire and then the mudslides.
Yeah,
right at my house. And the fire, you guys probably remember this. I was talking to everybody about it. Like, I went and got firefighter gear from my buddy. I hooked up a hose to the fire hydrant.
3 years ago it was now?
I think it was like 5 or 6
5
at
years
this
ago.
point. I don't know, but it was a while ago.
Right.
So did all that, and the fire came, and it was literally like, you guys know what my house is like, but my house is here, the ocean is this way, and there's like this valley. Then on the other side, you could see the fire on that ridge line.
Yeah.
So it was right there, but it never came onto basically our side of the house or our side of the hill. But 3, 4, 6 months later, whatever it was when the mudslides happened.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the gnarliest of
Oh,
things.
yeah.
You were
I
trapped in
remember
your
that.
house, right?
Trapped for 10 days.
10 days.
Couldn't get out. Like,
No
literally
power.
couldn't get out. No power. And I mean, like, this is me who's like pretty good at trekking and adventuring. We could not escape from our home for like 10 days.
Yeah.
Wow, I really let my beard go there.
10 days with no razor. You couldn't
yeah.
charge it.
Yeah.
Kyle's
So
pulled up some footage from the flood, man.
this was the creek
Yeah.
that like we swim in and play in. That's
Yeah.
most of the time dry. But then I don't know if Kyle, if it's the same video. Yeah. Here you go.
Holy crap.
It took out this bridge. The mud was way up over all this stuff once it all dried up. I mean, it was crazy.
What was your wife and your son doing? Were they freaking out or?
Well, there's nothing to really freak out about because our house is probably like 400 feet or more elevated from where this creek is.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing was actually going to happen to our house, but the road got washed out. The area got washed out. Like the mud came, look how wet and green everything is. It doesn't even look like our house, but everything got washed out. The power lines went away. These giant boulders, I think you see it towards the end of the video, if I remember correctly. Like you see these boulders coming down the creek and it sounds like, it's just like, sounds like a mudslide.
Yeah.
Like, look at that boulder
Oh,
falling
yeah,
in.
wow.
And so, I don't know. I mean, I was never in a life-threatening situation or anything, but it was very intense just to see that much power from that much, like, land moving.
I feel like you've been in probably at least a baker's dozen worth of life-threatening situations that you just don't think are life-threatening.
Oh, like the story my wife told about swimming to the waterfall?
That's right.
All right, let's play a game. Kyle,
Wait, how about you, Pat? I want to hear any life-threatening natural disasters.
I mean, honestly, that the day that I left the studio early,
Yeah, that's right.
the fire day?
and just drove right through this fire that was right on the highway. That was the most scared I've ever been from anything natural because
Well,
I thought I was having a heart attack.
Threatening your child's school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was definitely gnarly.
Yeah, that's
Let's
that's
play a
crazy.
game out of this. You want to play a game?
Sure.
Let's get a top 3 DFL jingle, Kyle.
Ooh.
Number 1, number 2, number 3.
Dead fucking last.
Okay, thank you for the jingle.
All right, here we go. This is going to be our top 3 DFL natural disasters to experience.
Okay.
Okay, so ones that we'd like to
Yeah, like
live to tell the story.
Oh, yeah, just like I personally would love to see a hurricane. Like, I know people have been massively negatively affected by them. I'm not making light of it, but to experience a hurricane, a tornado, any of these things, and then what's the one that you're like, just absolutely not? Like, I don't want to have any part of it.
Oh, I know what that is.
All right.
All
I can
right,
go
that-
first. Should I go first?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
All right. So, coming in at number 3 of things that I want to experience, which I sort of did, but it would be interesting to see it in another capacity, in a full on, is a flood. Like an actual flood. Like, where you see on the news, everything's underwater.
Like a giant river
Jeez.
is slowly rising.
Yeah, and
into
then
the
it's
so
neighborhood.
scary.
Like
though,
that. I'm not saying like I want to be in danger or anything else, but it would be very surreal to see this. I've never
Yeah.
seen this. I've never
Like-
kayaked through a neighborhood.
Like a
Me neither.
stop, like that speed limit sign covered up to the
Yeah.
top of the 20 and like trees and shit.
all these pictures, I think it's just very surreal to me, and I've never seen it. I've never experienced it. I remember in Florida there were like gators in people's living rooms and sharks going down the main street, and that's just really
Oh my
interesting.
God, yeah.
So I'm gonna go flood at number 3.
Huh.
Number 2 is a tornado.
Yeah.
That's what we're talked about. I think the storm chaser thing would be really cool.
Yeah.
And then I would like to sort of experience the raw power of a hurricane. Like I don't want to be on a boat. I don't want to be in jeopardy. I don't want people to die. None of that. But like, it would be really interesting to experience this. We don't get these in California, as you
Yeah.
guys know. I've never seen the 100-mile-an-hour winds, the giant waves. Like, I've never seen any of that.
What about it? So what would your DFL be?
Oh, a freeze, for sure.
Why?
A blizzard?
A blizzard, 100%.
That's weak.
I hate the cold. I don't want things to freeze. No. Everything's roads are all icy. The doors are jammed, frozen.
Mine'll be quick because
I'm
I don't.
assuming the power goes out and you're all shivering. No,
What
no
an ass
freeze.
clown.
I don't know any others than he said, except for one, which will be in mine.
All right.
Tsunami,
Uh,
fires,
I'm coming. Dude, tsunami,
lightning
are you
storms,
crazy? No.
meteor showers. Come
Meteor
on,
shower.
earthquake.
What are you talking about? Okay,
the matter with
okay, yeah. Quiet. Stop ruining all of them.
You said you'd never heard of another natural
Just
disaster.
shut your butt. You mentioned
words.
2. Gosh.
Go.
So, I really enjoy like thunderstorms, and so a hurricane that would be like a Cat 2 max. I would as my number 3 because there's like a sense of community. Everybody's boarding up their houses. You're
Sure,
like
yeah.
a
It's
lot
a
of
weird game.
A lot.
It's
It's
incredibly
very
strange, but let's keep going.
A
with it.
lot of people probably like have evacuated, so there's only like a handful of you who are probably like, hey, like having a beer outside, waiting for it to come and shit. And I've seen
Just
it.
standing there in
Yeah,
your shorts.
you see it on the
You
news.
got to be the stay-at-home guy. You
Yeah.
can't be the evacuate guy. You got to be like, bring it on.
Yeah, you got to be
That's
the
right.
lawn beer guy.
I've been in this house for 35 years. I
Right,
ain't
yeah.
leaving today.
I talk just
Absolutely.
like that too.
You do.
So that would be my number 3. Though a tornado was terrifying, I've also been through many other tornadoes that were warnings that I never saw touchdown or whatever. Again, I love thunderstorms, and there's something about it when it's really warm out and it's raining hard, and I like it. Like I'd love to sit on a porch and I love it downpouring. The harder the rain, the better, dude. Like I just love that.
It is a good vibe.
Yeah, it's in
a
Chicago.
monsoon. You might like a monsoon.
I've been in a monsoon, did not like it. I was outside next to the Grand Canyon. Everything was fine. And then there was a fucking monsoon and I had to run to the car and it was not fun.
Okay.
So number 1 then would be, and this is purely based on the fact that I don't want to be in any actual danger, would be a small eruption from a volcano that I could kind of just stand.
That's awesome.
That's a great idea.
That's a great get.
Slow, and then I can stand over and just
Yep.
watch it come down. I'll be in a heat resistant suit.
That's a great pick.
Uh,
Volcanoes are amazing.
Dude, the worst one would be like a 7-point earthquake in a city, dude. Like terrifying. You don't know what's happening. You feel like you're drunk. The ground is shaking.
Pat and I were there
Building-
for it.
Yeah.
Buildings
Well,
fall
stay
down
tuned.
on you. Like it's so unpredictable. Fires can start. Earthquakes are terrifying.
They're
to me.
gnarly.
Have you seen the video of the people in the swimming pool in Thailand when the earthquake happens?
Oh, and the wave comes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Look at this. So
Is this
these
it?
people are chilling on like a rooftop pool
Oh, no, this
in
is
Bangkok
Juice-
where there was just that massive earthquake.
Uh-huh.
Dude,
They
it's like an
collapsed.
infinity pool too, by
Yeah.
the way. So the edge is right there.
Right, and there's glass,
Oh, my
right?
goodness.
So
Oh,
look at
boy.
that glass ain't going to be there for long. So the pool starts
Oh,
looking like a
no.
wave pool.
Oh my God,
oh,
dude.
no.
Get out. Get
Holy
out.
And they realize what's happening, so
Oh.
they get out of there quick. All the water from the pool's all over the deck. They're scrambling, they're falling.
Thank God
Holy
they got out.
And then look
crap.
at the glass on the right side of the frame. That's not going to last long.
That's the infinity pool?
Yeah, but there's
glass.
a glass wall.
Oh, I
It
see.
just it fell.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's gone already.
Yeah.
It's
Gone.
No,
Oh,
that is
man.
terrifying. You're
Ooh,
so high
I get like
up.
little goosebumps
I
because
know.
I don't even like being like high up in skyscrapers anyway. Like,
Right.
ugh.
So my number 3 would be I'd like to be in the Quito, Ecuador airport lounge with a 7.3 earthquake. 'Cause
Bananas.
Forrest and I were there,
Yeah,
and everyone evacuated except us.
Yeah.
And
we stole
just
booze.
helped ourselves to a bunch of orange juice and vodka.
Yeah. We're like, well, there's no one else here. We reached
Just
over the bar.
shaking like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Because
that's
the
a drink.
person that told, so the kitchen staff ran out, knocked Mitch over when they kicked the door
Flew
open.
over. Yeah.
And someone who was working at a chicken stand told us to leave. And we were like, I don't think he's the authority. So we stayed there.
He was in a red and white chicken costume, by the way. And this was the guy controlling the crowd. He got on top of his chicken cart and he's like, hola, everybody, calm down. And we're like, no, like, we're not listening to you.
And so then someone with a badge told us we had to evacuate. So then Forrest busted out his Bluetooth speaker. And
Yeah.
we had a dance party on the tarmac, which
Yep.
was quite fun.
Sorry, I just burped into the mic. Pardon me.
So that'd be my number 3. Number 2 is an ice storm.
Ooh.
That's what it just,
Growing up in
Oh,
upstate New York,
He
I've
would
been
like
through
one,
several
though.
ice storms, but
Yeah.
my first year out of college, I still lived up there, and we had a crazy ice storm that knocked power out for like a week.
I've never seen
National-
anything
Beautiful.
like this in my life.
National Guard called in. Listen to this though, right? So me
Whoa.
and my 2 buddies had the upstairs apartment of a house.
The one
that
with the gay dad that we talked about recently?
No.
Okay.
Powers out the entire neighborhood. Our downstairs neighbor powers out. Somehow we had power.
You're joking.
So like
How?
we basically had like a sleepover. We had like 10 friends just came and stayed with us for a week. It was great.
Yeah, that vibe when there's something going on where like people get together is the only fun part of a natural
and you
disaster.
can't do shit because the roads are closed. You can't go to work.
You can't
Yeah.
drive. Your car doesn't start. I mean, that's why I said this is my nightmare. I've never seen this, by the way. Like, I've never seen an ice storm.
Yeah, it's
of any
fucking
kind.
crazy.
That's wild.
And then number one, I've experienced many of these, and they're real fun. Is a blizzard. An
But what's the difference between
absolute.
an ice storm and a blizzard?
Oh, ice
Well,
and
one-
snow are different.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of
No.
the di- No.
First time I've ever
Same?
heard this.
How old are you? Google
Speaking of
Oswego, New York snow, and go to Google Images. There's a great. It's a OS. Yeah, there you go. New York snow. Look at this.
New York.
Go to Google Images.
Oh,
Look
it's
at go to the top
beautiful.
left.
Is that like standard for you in the
That's
wintertime there?
crazy.
It gets a lot of snow because it's right on Lake Ontario. But
Okay.
It's like 30 feet of snow right
That's
there.
wild. It's
But-
like the Grand Canyon of snow.
yeah, so we would get these massive blizzards when I was a kid, and dude, it's like you might get 3-4 days out of school.
Wow.
Did you ever build like a snow fort?
Of course.
It
must
was
have.
really, I did it with my buddy and we would smoke weed like in an
How
igloo.
old were you building
Yeah,
snow
I was like
forts?
7, 8. I mean,
But dude, I mean, look, blizzards are great. They massive sense of community. All the kids are fucking dude.
Everyone's out of school.
Climbing out the upstairs windows to get outside.
How exciting
Just
is that?
Incredible.
As a kid, that must be the most exciting thing you
Oh,
can
yeah.
the
experience. Yeah.
sledding that comes after. Oh my goodness.
Dude, and then me and my friends would hit the streets, right, with
Mhm.
our shovels.
Oh, there you go.
And we
Make a
would
little
go
money.
shovel out people's driveways.
Good business.
Make like, $20-$30 each.
Whoa.
wow.
You can buy a lot of baseball cards.
DFL?
Tornado, absolutely terrifying. Every other thing, there's something that feels like a measure of control. Right.
Fire, I feel like that. Like fire is terrifying. to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, fire,
that was
earthquake
awful.
for me. Just
But tornado,
brutal.
I think, just from like insane fear that you have no control over.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
Like a flood or a hurricane, at least you have the potential ability to raft or
Sure,
swim or
sure.
climb on your roof.
Yep.
Tornado, it's just like, does it hit the place I'm in or not?
Right.
Forrest, Patrick had asked you how old you are.
Yeah,
Recently you had a birthday, didn't you?
I did.
If you have a cat, you have to listen to the next thing I say.
It's important.
Honestly, or if you know a cat person, your mom has one.
Send
Ooh,
him this.
good Mother's
I've told
Day
you
gift.
about it.
Think
I
about
love
that.
it. Support the show. Pretty Litter is truly a product that has transformed my house, my life. I never run out because it ships straight to my door. I hate carrying those heavy litters.
Yeah,
No.
your wife can pick it up.
Ships straight to the door.
Mhm.
There's no smell in the house. It has completely transformed what it means to have an indoor or an indoor-outdoor cat for
Hey,
me.
don't
I
forget.
love it.
Don't forget, it also can tell if there's anything wrong with your cat's health. It can give you a little heads up if you got to go get them a checkup.
I'm going to
Changes
recommend.
colors.
I'm going to recommend this. Get someone this subscription using our code
Yes.
as a gift. Change their life because it's changed Patrick's life. Apparently, it's changed his gardener's life or whatever that he sent it to. It's
Yes,
it's
my
insane.
handyman.
But yeah, his handyman. Pretty Litter helps keep my house smelling fresh and clean. Try and you'll love it. Go to prettylitter.com/wild to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. That's prettylitter.com/wild to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. prettylitter.com/wild. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
NBA playoffs are here in full swing. I don't have a team that I root for. Do you? Do you have one, Kyle?
No, I don't. But I still like
But-
watching.
Yeah, exactly. I still want a reason to scream at the television
Mm-hmm.
loudly. An underdog fantasy, I believe, is the best way to get in on the action. It's really fun. It's the best in class app. I think the usability, some of the features that they have that none of the other ones have, I really like. And, millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. The app has over 100,000 5-star reviews. It really is great.
Cool.
We got some action tonight. Kyle and I are going to do a little competition. What's your lineup, Kyle?
We sure are. Yeah. So for tonight, I'm going Donovan Mitchell higher, 25.5 points. Tyler Hero,
Wow.
lower, 5.5 rebounds. And then
Okay.
Dylan Brooks lower than 1.5 assists. And Jimmy Butler, 19.5 points. I'm going lower.
What does that pay?
10x.
10x. Okay.
10x.
I'm going with a four banger that pays 17x.
Wow.
17 times your money.
That's
If
good.
it hits.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going Bam Adebayo, lower than 34.5 combined points, rebounds, assists. He always lets me down when I go more than. Evan Mobley, I'm going lower than 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Same thing. He always screws me. Duncan Robinson, higher than 5.5 points. He's crafty. He just needs to hit 2 threes.
That's it.
And then I'm going higher than 16.5 points for Dylan Brooks. That pays 17 to 1, baby.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
If you want to jump in on this with us, download the Underdog app and sign up now using the promo code WILD to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Join in on the fun when you sign up with the promo code WILD. Claim your special offer today and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly upon first deposit. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPE line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Hey, Kyle, do you have a dog?
I do not.
You should get a few. You should get a few dogs.
Okay.
My dog, Luca, I always wanted to feed my dog like the fresh dog food,
Yep.
you know, not stuff out of a bag. The problem for me was the packaging. I tried it a couple times and it was a mess.
Mhm.
I've discovered a new product. It's a game changer. It's called Sundays for Dogs. It is fresh, healthy dog food made with human grade ingredients, but incredibly easy to store and serve, which kind of takes that pain point out of it. I get it delivered right to my door. My dog, Luca, has been eating it for about 2 weeks. Legit seems like she has more energy and has noticeably better breath.
Oh, that's fantastic. That
Yeah,
makes
dude,
your life easy.
It's a legit game changer. I feel really good knowing I'm giving my buddy some stuff that I could eat if I needed to. If you want to try it for your dog, if you want to get 40% off your first order of Sundays, go to sundaysfordogs.com/wild or use the code WILD at checkout. You should try it. We have a new sponsor that I'm really excited about. Brunt Workwear reached out to us and said, can we send you guys some work boots? And we said, yeah, let's check them out and see if we really like them. And I think everyone really likes these work boots.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're
Kyle, you
great.
got some?
Here they are. Yep, they're right here. These are the Marin boots. They're absolutely fantastic. Lightweight, waterproof, oil resistant, heat resistant, everything. You know, at the house.
They're really tough. Like they're really designed for people like me who are constantly dropping stuff on my toes. And incredibly waterproof. It's been pouring in LA. They're really, really solid. Brunt didn't just make a durable work boot. They reinvented comfort for the hardest workers out there. And for a limited time, our listeners get $10 off at Brunt by using the code WILD at checkout. Just head to bruntworkwear.com and use code WILD and you are all set. Even better, Brunt lets you try all their products on the job, risk-free. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please, please support our show and tell them the Wild Time sent you.
I had my birthday like 2 weeks ago.
Something happened, didn't it? And it was all
It's
your
funny.
own doing.
In hindsight, I regretted not inviting you guys, but at the time I was like, they're not going to drive up
I
from
wouldn't
LA.
have come.
But it was on a Sunday. You might have come.
I would have come.
Yeah.
Not CUMM.
If I didn't have kids, I would have gone.
Yeah,
But
that
you
makes
know,
sense.
you know.
So I did this last year or something similar last year, and I don't know if we've discussed this or not, but
I don't
it really
think so.
it really falls into the how old are you comment, which is here's why. I'll explain. I said to my wife, she's like, I'm going to make you a lovely cake for your birthday and we'll have some friends over, we'll have a barbecue. It's basically a chance for the kids to play together, right?
Sure.
Everybody's got kids now, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, great, I don't care. I just don't want to be involved. And so then my wife goes, I'll make you a cake. And I was like, please don't. I don't really like cake that much. She's like, fine. So what do you like? I'm like, well, my favorite food that is awful for you that I could only ever justify eating on my birthday
Bubblegum ice cream.
is Oreo milkshakes. just as
Bubblegum
bad.
ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oreo milkshake?
It's like my favorite food.
Okay.
And you can
Interesting.
only just like in the last 2 years of my life, I've had 2 Oreo milkshakes and they've both been on my birthday.
Yeah.
However,
It's unjustifiable.
it's no, as an adult, you can't just like have an Oreo milkshake. That's an insane thing to do. And especially around that old 40-year mark where we're all
Oh god,
Yeah.
you're done for like a day.
one Oreo milkshake's like 8 pounds of fat that you gain just by looking at it. So on my
Constipated for a
birthday,
neon.
so on my birthday, I was like, I want Oreo milkshakes. And Jessica's like, great, that's super easy.
Did
So
you say milkshakes plural?
no, I said shake, but it turned into shakes.
Okay.
Anyway, long story short, I partied like I was 21. I drank. The rugby guys came over with their kids, and they're like, we got to put booze in these Oreo milkshakes. I was like, yes, we do.
Okay, hang on, let me guess. Bourbon.
Rum.
Okay,
Rum. Yeah. And we had 3. We didn't. I had 3 double shot Oreo milkshakes over the course of about 2.5 hours. I asked people to leave. I was like, could you please go home?
Yeah,
I
you
need
gotta
to lie
get 'em
down
out of
now."
there.
Well,
the
just-
amount of dairy and sugar
Yeah.
plus the booze on top of a bar. Like, I was
Oh,
like, please
so
go home
bad.
now. Like, I need to lie down.
What
Like,
was the feeling?
I felt sick. I felt bloated. I
Bloated.
felt
Yeah.
like throwing up.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was somehow kind of oddly hungry because I was like drunk hungry.
Right. Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah.
I just lay on the couch and my wife was like, everybody's gone. It's your birthday. I was like, please don't even fucking
Oh my
touch
god.
me. I was like, get
no.
away
Like
from
a
me.
nightie?
I was like, get away from me. Like, go somewhere else. Like, I'm going to fart and fall asleep.
Shit out in my $1,000
Like,
toilet.
I can't even look at myself with my shirt on.
Yeah, 100%. I felt revolting. And I was like, wow,
So
I am
you-
that old. I'm
Yeah.
old enough that Oreo milkshakes kicked my
Thank
ass.
God
you
there wasn't a
down.
bouncy house, dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nightmare. So you just got real sick.
Pretty much, yeah. That was my birthday celebration.
We are so stupid as a species.
Yeah,
we really
it's-
are.
I literally just poisoned myself with dairy, sugar, and alcohol.
The mouth has such control over the brain. You're like, oh yeah, I want to taste that.
Dude, I was just last weekend, we just did a little trip and we're staying at a hotel midweek. It was nice.
Ooh,
And
good for you.
there was a tiki bar at the hotel.
Mm.
And 5 o'clock, everyone was resting.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, I don't know what that is. So I'm going to go down to the,
Yeah,
to the
must
bar.
tiki bar.
And like, it's all these fun drinks that you can't make at home, whatever. But I was like, I know I'm going to pay the price for this.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so I just
Did
had
it anyway.
No, I didn't. I just did a little Jack and Diet.
Really?
Smart.
Yeah, because I wanted to keep the night going.
I am
Yeah.
shocked.
No, I couldn't do it.
You were getting old.
Start ordering those blue drinks and that
I
stuff.
know, but
it's
I-
fun, but
it's
it's like,
responsible.
I've
dude.
known you for a very long time, and I've never seen you sit in your hotel room while other people are sitting. Like,
no,
I don't
of course not.
think I've ever seen you in a hotel room.
Only to sleep.
Yeah.
listen,
Secondly,
Yeah.
I've never seen you pass up the opportunity to have something fun and silly.
It's age, man.
Fun and silly.
Yeah, you can't. Because I know even just if you go, okay, I'll just have one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still, like, it just makes you feel like shit.
It's just
Yeah.
not good. I've talked about many times writing a book about life hacks that will keep you healthy, right?
Yeah.
One of my things is that, they always give you 2 shells on the taco. You take one off. You reduce
You
the amount of
love
calories.
this. Kyle, how many times have you heard Peter talk about
His-
removing one
his taco
tortilla?
trick.
from his
I mean, the
taco?
whole
He
book-
wants to write a book about that.
The
He wants to
whole-
write a book
the
on
whole
removing
book
one
is
tortilla.
just going to be like that and why it's great.
the
But
the tortilla-less taco. That's what you should name it.
This is another one I would add to the book. When you're out, these drinks are a total gimmick. They're not good. They don't get you drunk enough. And even if you do get nice feeling like tipsy in the head, your rest of your body feels like shit with
But
the
that-
sugar and the fullness.
But here's where you're wrong.
I'm
Here's
not
where you're wrong.
I am
And
not.
Patrick's wrong for making that choice. And I'm the only
Patrick
right one
is
for
wrong.
making himself sick, apparently.
Yes.
Which is, the drink sucks. I'm not arguing that. I don't want this fucking simple syrup. I don't want the food coloring.
Sure.
I don't want the umbrella. It's the vibe. It's like that drink represents fun. And I'm
Right.
out here to have fun.
And then, like
Yeah.
you on the couch sick for 6 hours, does that represent
it was
fun?
not worth it. Next
does that
year,
represent fun for
No,
us?
I agree with what you're saying, but at the time, my peacock brain goes, colorful drink, fun, must have colorful drink to have fun. And then I regret it.
You know what never fails to give me a jolt of fun? Magic Mind.
Oh,
And
there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
have one right now. I need the energy, and it doesn't make me full.
Makes you calm, collected, focused.
I mean, the
Dude, I
vibe-
love this shit.
yeah,
I
do.
will say the vibe of just sitting at a hotel outdoor pool bar in a nice short pair of shorts Solo.
Yep.
Solo for sure.
I don't need the drink to enhance the fun, man.
No?
I mean, I need the booze.
Yeah. Oh,
But I
not-
don't need it to be
not the
special.
colorful drink.
Yeah.
I just need a random stranger to talk to.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, to unleash. Oh, because
You're
I'm
one of those
I've never
guys?
been to therapy. I'm not starting soon, so I'll look for that stranger at the bar to unload it all on.
Forrest, like you're one of those people that absolutely cannot be in his mind for too long or he goes insane. You must be on the phone in a meeting or, and I know you probably hate this, but like typing up a treatment
100%.
or out like in nature or something. You
Yeah.
absolutely cannot just sit still. Like for you, I bet meditation is torture.
Oh, I told Kyle this. I went to get a massage when I was in India. 6 minutes in, I was like,
Same.
okay, you know what? Hands off. I've had enough of this. I can't sit here for
No.
any longer dealing with this.
My shoulders are all fucked up, and
Uh-huh.
you know, like I just always have little muscle shit.
Yep.
I can't sit through a massage.
No way.
I
no
did a
way.
30-minute out of desperation, like maybe 3 months ago, and it was torture.
I hate it.
God.
After 3 minutes, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with myself?
I hate it.
Could you
What?
imagine walking out after 6 minutes though?
Yeah, that's weird.
I
That's
wanted
crazy.
to. I really wanted to.
She was so shocked. She looked at me like, what am I supposed to
A
do
lot of
now?
times I look up, like I look at you two, and I'm like, well, what things can I copy from them? They're very successful. They make a lot of money.
Not
like,
that.
people like them. You know, they have some power. Like, what? How could I be more like them? And then I realize when you say shit like this, oh, like they hate themselves.
Correct.
I just hate silence, and I hate being still.
What about if you pop some headphones in?
Nah, it's a nightmare, dude. I've got to
What
be doing
about a
something.
podcast? Come on, something.
It's hard to sit still.
Hey, Kyle, we got some news. Give me a little.
Yeah.
What's in the news?
Big news.
Huge news.
Sir, news from the underground.
Papa!
It's not snooze. It's news.
Nice. Huge.
All right, I saw this, and I've got
Huge news.
gripes with it because I don't understand it. I don't understand it, and anything I don't understand as I get older and as a boring white guy, I get angry about.
Sure.
Yeah. Title is this: How Earth's rarest horse, once extinct in the wild, so it got me excited,
Oh yeah.
ended up on a Colorado ranch.
Boom!
I love
That
this
is some
story.
news right there.
Let me paint a picture for
Please
you,
do.
and I'm going to help you understand this.
Thank you.
So you have a ranch.
Heard of it?
And you need a mule
Yeah.
to do some ranch work,
Sure.
right? So you go, you see a mule, you think it's cute.
Yeah.
You name it Shrek.
Good name for a mule.
Very good name.
Yeah, you name it Shrek. And you go, and this guy's probably going to get rid of these mules. So you
Was it
plop.
expensive?
It was about $1,375.
Pretty good deal for a mule.
I mean,
no?
that's an affordable mule.
I
That's a
don't
cheap
know how
mule.
much a mule should cost.
More.
That sounds
probably
cheap.
around
I think more.
2,000.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised there was an exchange at all because the mule was set to be executed anyway.
That's a good point.
That is true.
Yeah, let's see. How much is a good mule on ehorses.com?
Wait, check Alibaba first.
Yeah, seriously.
Ship one over.
Get an animatronic one.
All right, so Marianne. Okay, so I can buy a 5-year-old gelding
For $3,500.
$3,500.
Even more expensive.
Wow,
Okay.
$20,000 for that mule.
That's a good mule.
Whoa, that is a well-bred mule.
All right,
so this guy gets a hell of a deal.
He gets
He's
a
got a
banger
good deal.
of a deal, $1,300.
Picked
on
it
this
up at the
mule.
mule pound.
And then the mule starts maybe not acting so mule-like.
Okay.
And for some reason, I don't know why, they decided to do some DNA testing on this mule.
He probably wasn't doing his job. He was like, what the fuck? This mule's
Yeah.
not pulling things
Yeah, it wasn't
right.
muling.
Yeah, it wasn't muling right.
Turns out it's Przewalski's horse.
Whoa!
So this is where my mind is just blown. So Kyle, just Google Peralski's horse quickly because I'm
gotta
pretty
see
sure
this.
this animal's been extinct for like 150 years.
Okay.
Let's see what it says
it's
here.
it's kind of muley.
What does it say about it? Like, what is the story here?
It looks muley.
But this is I'm what? Like, what's going on here?
All right,
Oh
zoom
no,
in.
they're sorry. So not extinct.
Extinct in the wild,
extinct
though.
in the
at one
wild.
point.
Okay. Extinct in the wild.
Native to Central Asia.
Yeah, it's like a plains animal from Asia.
Mm-hmm.
And now, so this horse that looks very unique, does look very mulish.
Yeah.
That is from like China and doesn't exist in the wild. Now just came out of a fucking mule pound in
Right.
Colorado. I'm so confused. What happened and how?
It's very confusing because like this would have to be born from two other of this highly endangered animal.
So
Yeah.
it says Shrek may have originated from a now closed Colorado sanctuary that once housed endangered horses from U.S. zoos, but the history is unclear. So, I mean, that's interesting. That's cool that somebody had like horse breeds are crazy. Like, there's so. Do you guys know about like Horse World? It's insane.
It's
What's going on in horse world?
crazy lucrative if you're on that.
Bro, like you can stud a racehorse, like a male, like badass horse. Doesn't even need to be a racehorse, just a good looking horse that's X number of hands and has
Nice
the right
Clydesdale.
Yeah. You could stud that thing for like $1 million.
What?
Meaning if I just bring my male horse to you for a pipe sesh,
Yeah.
you're paying me $1 million.
Dude, why
Like,
are we not in this business forest? You're an
it's-
animal guy.
Dude, I don't understand it either. And there's like hundreds of breeds of horse.
That's probably
it's like a
why
whole
we're not
thing.
in it.
But yeah, anyway, the whole thing's crazy, but this is like a huge get by this guy. He
Right.
paid $1,300 for this horse. I don't know if you can buy Peralski's horses because they are bred in captivity. I really don't understand the whole thing, but
Is there any information on what ended up happening here,
Yeah.
Kyle? What did he
He's-
do with the horse? What happened? So he kept the horse, or no? He gave it to the Huckabee. The Huckabee?
No. The person who has the horse is caring for it while they work with the Denver Zoo to determine what they should do with it
Okay.
and the legal status of caring for this horse.
it's very cool.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked about this a lot. The Arakan forest turtle. It's this tiny little turtle. It's not that tiny. It's pretty big actually, but it's kind of like a wood turtle. It's like semi-aquatic, semi-terrestrial. Thought it was extinct for 40 or so years. A couple guys were over in Vietnam and they looked on a table, or maybe it was Myanmar, and they're like, wait a minute, that turtle looks weird. It's literally tied up there, sitting there to go in a soup pot for like $1.50.
Wow.
You know, so these things
Yeah.
happen, and it goes to show you there is more of these genetics and more of these animals floating around under the radar than we think there are.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's like something that's extinct in the wild that's incredibly rare, like something in the herp world that would be like insanely rare?
That's common in captivity but extinct in the wild?
Not even necessarily common in captivity.
It would be a surprise.
Like what's an
to find
incredibly
it.
rare herp that you would love to see before you?
Well, like
you
the
down.
Leachianus geckos. I think we've talked about them before. They're these giant velvety geckos that come from New Caledonia. And they were basically fabled. Like people were like, there's this giant tree gecko that's made of velvet living in New
Velvet?
Velvet.
Is that a fabric?
Yeah. you never touched velvet?
Velvet and a fart mixed together.
But yeah, this animal is basically like fabled to the point of people not thinking it was a real creature. And then a couple guys went over there and flew back with these things in their suitcases, and they're like, "Hey, here's a 2-foot-long gecko that skin feels like velvet." And
It's velvety.
and now it's like pretty common in the pet trade. You can buy one for like $400 or $500. Like people keep them regularly, and in the wild, there's still like the likelihood of seeing one in the wild is slim to none.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
All
What
right.
about you?
So I guess it would be the equivalent of like, well, I don't know how common Peralski's horses are. I don't think they're that common.
I thought they were extinct. Well, I know they're extinct in the wild, but I thought they were like totally extinct. But
So
I
what's
don't know.
up with this horse? Do we have any deets on it? What makes it different from just like your regular? It's obviously not a Clydesdale, but like seems to be a small horse.
It's got a
probably
mule-looking
was
face.
bred for a certain reason.
It was a Mongolian, I believe, native bred horse, or what's the word I'm looking for? Domesticated horse.
Okay.
So I believe that they caught these horses, domesticated them, and that's kind of why they went extinct in the wild, because they rounded up the herds of them. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
And then brought them into captivity, and no longer did these horses kind of roam out in the plains.
Mm-hmm.
I found something kind of interesting out recently. And Kyle, you should fact check this for me. But
Could you move your microphone away from your nose? Thank you.
you piss me off.
I mean, your nose is enormous.
It is not.
No, you have a great nose.
When we think of
Sorry.
American native horses,
Yeah.
we think of like the big Mustang roaming in the open fields and all that, correct?
The Budweiser Clydesdales.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you know that allegedly all horses in America were extinct?
What?
So there was an American horse. Kyle, good luck figuring this out. But there was an American horse that is what we think of, right? We think of wild Mustangs and stuff. They
Right.
were wiped out. And then the horses that are here today were brought into the Americas by the Spanish.
Oh, wow.
I think I knew that.
I feel like I just found this out and I was shocked by it.
It's shocking to think that, like, you know, you think of old old America and you think like guys riding horses across
That's like
the
fucking
plains.
Pocahontas, you
Yeah.
know? And there's like all these, or a Spirit, Spirit, the animated movie with the horses,
No.
Bryan Adams songs.
No.
Okay. But yeah, in the late 1400s, Spanish conquistadors brought European horses to North America. But I believe at that point of time, the North American horse was gone already.
Yeah, they were extinct in North America 10,000 years ago.
Isn't that crazy?
That
though?
is crazy,
I don't
bro.
know. To me, that's like revolutionary. It's like, okay, so I guess here's what I'm saying.
Well, because you picture indigenous Americans on horses.
Right.
Correct. And that's the only way I pictured those tribes like being like out and free in the plains with the horses and the Pocahontas-y type movies and things like that. And you're like, that's incredible. Like they were alongside horses. But the truth is, horses went extinct 10,000 years prior to that. And then the Spanish brought them over, and then I guess Native American tribes picked them up again, or I don't know. The whole thing's
It's pretty
crazy.
mind-bending.
So I just learned this, and maybe I'm dumb for not knowing this. Did you know that the vast majority of fruit and vegetables that we eat, we created?
We created?
Yes.
Explain.
They are not naturally occurring.
Like we hybridize things, or what do you mean?
Big time. And thousands of years ago, some of them.
Yeah.
Like corn.
Okay.
Corn is not something that the earth just created.
Nah, that's a lie.
Fact.
Tell me more.
Fact.
Yeah.
So corn was part of this. It was a type of grass
Okay.
that had like a couple kernels in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mesoamerican societies turned it into corn.
So they bred. They would what did they do? They took that grass and they'd take the ones that had the biggest, most kernels, and then propagate.
I imagine so. Yeah. But like broccoli, most of the fruits, dude.
Well, broccoli, there's no way that's natural. I mean, look at it. It's crazy.
horrific.
But
Every
like-
kid now.
Yeah,
shaves their head
bananas
like
aren't the
that.
same as what naturally would occur.
That I knew
Strawberries.
about the bananas.
There's a TikTok somewhere, Kyle. Maybe you can find it. It's a video of like fruit then versus now, or something like that.
You do. I mean, if you do think about it, though, dude, like the natural state of all of these kind of fruits and vegetables were basically just very like fleshy and not really edible.
Look at what a banana.
That's what a banana
naturally
used to be.
occurring banana.
Look at the seeds and like the size.
Oh,
and
the
then,
seeds are huge on that banana. Now you can barely see banana
I
seeds.
didn't even know
I
banana had
didn't
seeds.
know they had them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It is pretty wild to think. So is that the agricultural revolution that kind of
I mean, a lot of this stuff was done 2, 3, 4,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Look, that's corn.
That's
It
corn.
looks like a blade of grass.
that's
shenanigans.
wild?
That is
I
utter
did not know
shenanigans.
that. Yeah.
Huh. Wow. Interesting.
We're lucky, man. We live in a good time. Let me say that.
Oh, I disagree.
Relatively speaking.
Disagree. I think we peaked. I think humanity peaked in the
90s.
in the late
in the medieval
90s.
times.
And
Why?
No,
Why?
late 90s, early. Dude, Blink 182, Avril Lavigne, Sum
Avril
41,
Lavigne. She's
fucking
still
skate
around.
parks.
They're all around.
Dude, are you kidding me? Like, that was the peak of humanity. Punk rock,
I don't know.
hanging out. That was the peak of humanity.
Everybody says that about the age that they were like
Teenagers. Yeah, of course. Because that's when you were having fun.
I think a fun time I didn't get to live through it would have been like disco,
Ooh, yeah.
like going
And
to the
cocaine.
roller rink.
All right, real quick. We're going to play a game here. Kyle,
Here
give
we
me a
go,
generic
another
jingle.
game.
Give me a generic
You
jingle.
spark something inside.
I don't care.
Forrest.
I'm gaming.
Oh, it's okay. Let's game. Oh, I like that one. That was a great jingle.
Go back in time game. Pick a time period, any time period, anything you like, and go and relive it for 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
You're leaving
Wow, that
every-
changes things.
It changes things. You're leaving everything behind, your family, everything, but you get to go and experience another period in time. But you're not there for a day. You're not a tourist. You're there for 5 years.
Am I guaranteed to survive it?
No.
I'm going to say yes.
What?
It's my game. Shut up. I'm going to say yes. For the purposes of the conversation, I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, how about this? You're guaranteed to survive it unless, like, you're basically immortal unless you do something insanely stupid. Like, if you decide to pick a sword fight, you know,
Sure.
then you're going to die. Like, if you're like, I'm going back to the
Okay.
Jurassic period, you're going to survive it. Like, you're not going to die of food poisoning, but if you decide to go steal T-Rex eggs, you're going to die.
Oof.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're immortal
understand.
within bounds.
Okay.
Yeah. So I could go to the medieval times, and as long as I'm not looking for trouble,
Exactly.
I'm not
Exactly.
going to get tortured
That's
in
the
an
game.
Iron Maiden.
Yep, exactly right.
Okay.
Exactly right.
Can you go first?
Sure.
I think I know mine.
I'm going to say that my period that I would revisit is that of, and I don't exactly know what time period this is, to be honest, but that of like the early great English explorers. You know,
Magellan.
like the Charles Darwins, the Magellans, the Jim Corbett's, the what's his name? The
Well,
guy.
those are very different times.
Jim Corbett, wasn't he like the
Corbett
Indian
was later,
tiger
but,
hunter?
But
Yeah.
like the time of global exploration by sail ships out of the
Before
UK.
everything was already discovered.
Yeah, it's like
outside
when
of
Darwin
Europe.
found the Galapagos. You're right; those are several different time periods, but
Okay.
basically that period of British exploration where they were mapping everything, and you'd go out and you'd travel the world and conquer a new land in the name of the King of England.
So Forrest is given a range of about 2,000 years.
No,
you'd like
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Kyle, look up when that was. You're being not helpful over there.
I am never helpful. I'm not the helpful one.
You just got a big laugh out of Kyle.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later. I got to leave on a high note.
All right, so Darwin was what, 1850s?
Mid 1800s, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Who's another one?
Magellan, Columbus, any of those guys.
Well, we know Columbus was late 1400s.
Yeah.
1497, right? When he discovered America.
Mhm.
But he was Spanish.
He was Spanish.
True.
That's right. We're not allowed to talk about him anymore, by the way. He's been canceled.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can
he
still
did-
talk about him.
He did
No,
bash
no, stop
babies' skulls open.
Oh,
in
you're
the
right. There are a
train.
lot.
was,
I picked a bad era.
He also,
all right,
All
you
right,
go.
no, you're going, but I think what you're doing is late 1400s, early 1500s.
Right.
The only way, there was no motorized ships, and you want to set sail and see new things as they were seen by the Europeans.
Exactly
that were
right.
not discovered, they didn't know about mapping the new world. kind of
Mapping the
thing.
new world for basically Europeans.
Okay, I
Right?
got that vibe. That's
Yeah.
a reasonable
Yeah, so
vibe.
you're going to see Africa for the first time, India for the first time, the South Pacific for the first time. You're not knowing what the people look like, the animals look like.
I feel
you
like
know.
you'd fare well in that time period.
I like to think so.
Dirty genitals.
A very, very.
That's a
A
problem.
lot of scurvy.
But normalized dirty genitals.
The
so it'd be
problem is,
okay.
though, with this game is you're coming from today's culture.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, so now I've got a 3-month voyage into the unknown. I'm going to grab my fuck.
Would
what
you
I
be
mean?
wearing this outfit?
Yeah, I'm going to wear my Doer jeans and to, grab a magic mind for the road. And they're like, no, doth shall not, sir. You shall sit in boredom for many months.
Google
God, we
Belzoni.
could
I want to
not
know
handle
when
it.
Belzoni lived.
All right, let me go next because
Yeah,
I'll
go
be
ahead.
quick, and then you can think about it a little bit more because you want to learn about Belzoni. I will say this. I am not an adventurer as you are. And, just like you said, it poses that problem where my mind has been so riddled with the need for instant gratification and the addiction to convenience that I would go no further back than the late 90s, as we just talked about. I would love to go back to the late 90s, knowing what I know now, and just
Buy
you know,
Bitcoin.
well, I
You
would,
could invent Google.
Yeah, yeah.
but I mean, but I would fare well back then. I feel like I never really matured past that point, anyways.
I
So,
agree with that. You know
yeah.
what I would do if I did that?
What?
I would go to Stanford and look for a guy named Mark Zuckerberg.
And kill him.
No, not at all. I'd be like, hey, listen, buddy, I just want to give you 10 grand. I just want to
Smart.
give you 10 grand. Like,
Very
if you
smart.
decide to start a company, just remember this. I want 5% of it. And other than that, just take 10 grand. That's
I
it.
love it.
That's all I want to do.
That's
Good.
very
It's really
smart.
smart.
So BTG, friend of the pod, got
Oh,
me
yeah.
really excited about this sort of time period in like the early 1800s
Okay.
where like the European tomb raiders all went to Egypt
Ooh, fun.
as like henchmen to basically they were just ransacking.
Looking for gold and trinkets.
Yeah,
and-
they were ransacking Egypt. They were paid by the museums in Europe.
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And it was fucking lawless and
Yeah.
crazy. And these guys became famous.
Mm.
They were archaeologists, but really, I mean, they knew a little bit about what they were doing, but they were just figuring out how do we get this like 50,000 pound stone head.
yeah.
And they would like shoot each other and like they were really competitive with
Pretty
each
cool.
other, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
Sounds dangerous.
the dirty genitals part bothers me.
Look,
It
there's-
Bro,
sounds
bring some
Outside of the
ball
90s,
wipes with you.
Outside of the 90s,
yeah,
we
you're right.
all have dirty genitals. Like, I even
Yeah.
feel like the 70s was dirty
Well,
genitals.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm going to take back my choice. I'm going to the 60s.
The
There you
60s?
go.
Free love, hippie movement. I'm good at talking my way into things.
Oh, you
I
have
mean,
a
dude, if you got
feel
a
like
problem with dirty genitals, that's probably the absolute worst time period.
I mean,
for you to go
people
to.
bathed quite openly, I believe. In
Dude,
the,
they
in
lived
the
in
60s.
grassy fields with big bushes. I mean, if we're talking about genitals,
I'd like to go to the first Woodstock.
You seem like a Woodstock. Yeah.
but you'd have to be there for 5 years.
We wouldn't have to be at Woodstock for 5 years. You'd have to be in the 60s.
Yeah, I would just fucking, I'd go to San Francisco. I would just try to hook up with a lot of hippie chicks.
Can you imagine San Francisco in the 60s? Would have been incredible.
When you come back from your
yeah.
excursion, like, does the same time period pass for your loved ones, or do you just come back like a day later?
You
I
come
think-
back a day later.
Yeah. a day
Oh,
later.
that's amazing,
Yeah.
dude.
You
go
just
back-
gain 5 years of life and experience.
Well, if you go back to the 60s through time travel, does that count as cheating on your wife if you do something while you're there?
no, but turns out that your wife
is your mom.
is your great granddaughter.
Your great granddaughter.
Understood.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
now
so
your
be
kids
careful.
are mutants when you
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be careful, bro.
Kyle, where would you go? What time?
Pirates.
Ah,
Yeah. Kyle strikes me as a pirate.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
Dude, he's from the Philippines. Look at him.
It's true.
Yeah.
but
I
I mean,
thought your mom was Spanish.
But here's the thing that Kyle thinks that being a pirate is the
Get it.
Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney.
Yeah, that's correct.
He thinks they're all just singing yo ho and drinking rum.
Yeah.
He's not picturing the
sounds cool.
scurvy
I
and
mean,
the-
that's a big part
Yeah,
of it, though.
Well,
This-
I'd like to be in a port as a pirate, not on the seas.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. A pirate is like a seafaring, like, oh, I live
Yeah,
on the
but when they come
seas.
into the port, it's all cool. You're all hanging out.
You're
That
just like
is
a
true.
port pirate.
No, that's true. He's a port pirate.
He's a port pirate.
Yeah, he hangs out. He surfs
That's
booze.
even lamer than me going back to the 90s, by the way. Like,
well, no,
legit.
but Kyle, I know what he's picturing. Is he's in the Caribbean.
Yes.
He's on this beautiful like Bahamian island where there's a town,
Yep.
and he's like the guy that you trade with.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, correct.
he's like hard to find.
hard to find, yeah.
Yeah, he lives a very like native life. He's a pirate. Everybody's a little bit scared of him
Yeah.
because he's got power in that part
Well,
of
he's
the.
picturing himself with a dozen or so local wives.
Of course.
I was just gonna say he would
Disgusting,
definitely-
Kyle.
He would die of syphilis immediately. He's such a man whore.
I just
You're
think it's weird that you went pure perversion.
Oh well, you know.
I mean, are you trying to have sex with clams?
He likes that pirate
barnacles?
puss.
Hams.
All right,
Would
Kyle.
you be? Hang on, real quick, Kyle.
Yeah.
Would you be? John Mayer didn't exist yet. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah. Oof.
Bubblegum
I'd be okay with
time.
it. Yep.
Your skin like porcelain.
I
Some of the-
see a game here. A
a
new
lyrical
game.
genius.
I see a new game. Kyle, what is the new game?
Animal or IKEA.
Okay,
Oh, let's hear
explain.
it.
Yep.
How do we play?
There's just like any of these games. There's a word on the screen. I'm gonna say it, and you guys are gonna tell me: is this an animal or something that you would buy at IKEA?
All right, but I'm going to take this one step
a good
further.
idea.
It's a great game.
That's
I'm going to take this
genius.
one step further. You have to say what it is. So you can't just say animal. You have to say that is a goat
Of course.
from the Himalayas. Or, where this gets more fun, that is a couch,
Yeah.
convertible couch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Go
You
ahead.
have to
Kyle.
name the furniture.
First one, Nene.
Nene.
That's an IKEA. It's a crib.
He knows.
I haven't been to IKEA since I was 23. And the Nene is a crib at IKEA.
Pat's too good for IKEA.
Go ahead.
I don't want to put it together.
Yeah. No, I could never.
You got to make your wife do it, just like we all do. A nene. This is Nene with accent marks over the E's. I mean, like, this is definitely a Swedish piece of furniture where it's like one of those chairs that is shaped almost like a wide banana.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're
You
talking
know,
about.
wide banana bird
Mhm.
cage chair.
Yep. A nene is undeniably a small, colorful bird from the island of Hawaii.
Fuck off!
Wait, which one?
It's obviously the
No, is it
bird.
really? I did
Stop
not. I
it.
swear I guessed that.
Ed-
It is
Edwin
the,
sent
it
you
is
the
the
answers in
Hawaiian state
advance.
bird.
Okay, maybe I
It's just-
maybe
it was
I
stored
deep
in the
down
brain
knew that.
cell
It
that
was
you
stored,
didn't-
but
yeah.
I guessed that, and I'll tell you why. It's the double E's with the accents, and I was like, that's just like it's like a Hawaiian something.
If you're going to pretend
Nope.
that you didn't get fed the answers before, you must not be so specific.
You're right. That would have been smarter, but that was stored in the brain, not something I knew. Number
Fair
two,
enough. He brought it from the subconscious.
I did.
All right, number 2, Torcus.
Oh, it's a Shea lounge.
Yeah.
From
Shay's
IKEA.
Lounge.
So an outdoor chair for the swimming pool.
Yeah. Absolutely. Obviously.
I also think this is an IKEA item.
Yeah.
I think it's a line of silverware, the Torcus line.
The Torcus line.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
The thing that bothers me about Edwin is that
All you had to do was guess the animal or the
I'm
furniture, and you go, the thing that bothers me about Edwin.
I wish that like Kyle took these and randomized them, because now I'm thinking about psychologically, would Edwin put an animal and then another animal? And I know that he wouldn't, but I want to guess animal because it sounds like animal to me. So I will go. This is a Malaysian tortoise, the Torcus.
Nice.
Smart.
Okay.
What happened to a good ant sound?
That's a half point
Do you
Oh,
not?
that's the half
sign.
point
That's a
sound.
half point.
He's been doing that.
All right,
lately.
fair.
for Peter. For Patrick and Forrest.
Dude, I don't appreciate that.
Meaning
Sorry.
it's furniture?
It's furniture.
Dude,
What kind of furniture?
I don't appreciate you getting my hopes up like that,
It's a plastic laundry basket.
dude.
For fuck's
Why
sakes.
did they have to name that?
They didn't. They didn't.
The Torcus line
The
of laundry baskets.
Torcus baskets.
The finest plastics.
Yep. All
I'm
right.
really upset.
Next is the calyx.
That's obviously a bassinet.
Baby, everything's baby.
That's the only.
baby
That's the only
furniture.
furniture names I know.
Kallax is
This is impossible.
No, this is a love seat. Yeah, it's a love seat.
Yeah,
Calyx.
I like that.
I will say, no, this has definitely got to be an animal. There's no way you go 3 in a row. All I'm thinking about is Edwin's mind now. The Calyx is a
Love seat.
Western European water buffalo.
Okay.
He keeps going, I'm okay, instead of using the buzzer.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed what you guys said.
He literally walked out in the
Yeah,
middle
I
of
saw
the
that. That was a
yeah.
bizarre thing
Was
to
he
do.
looking for a lunch?
I says,
was.
what's happening?
We got,
I knew what it was.
what did I say it was? A bassinet,
A love seat.
a love seat, and
A
a
water
Western
buffalo.
European water buffalo.
Okay, well,
Who got to have a point?
half points for Patrick and Forrest.
This is unbelievable.
It's a cubed shaped shelving unit.
I can
I don't
Dude.
know that we deserve half points just by saying it's furniture.
This is fucking bullshit. Dude, you know what? Like
Come on, stick with it.
the rules must be clearer. You can't get a half point just for getting the correct category. I mean, I
Okay.
guess you can. But also, who in their right mind would put 3 furnitures in a row?
He didn't.
He didn't. The first
That's
one was
what
a
I
bird.
fucking said. 2 furnitures in a row.
All right, next.
Next,
You go
is
first, Peter.
Okay.
Mark Hor.
The Mark Hor is definitely an animal, and it is the Russian red colored kangaroo.
I know
A lot of
Mark.
Russian kangaroos.
I know Mark Horr's an animal, and I know Forrest knows exactly what it is.
Yeah, I do.
But I'm trying to remember. I think it's kind of like a deer-like thing. I can't remember.
It's a goat.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Bing, bing.
Ding.
It is an animal, a wild goat from Central Asia.
Central Asia.
Okay.
It's the national animal of Pakistan.
They're huge, too.
Oh,
by the way.
yeah, that's right.
Really cool.
Mountainous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
All right,
next.
one
right,
point
next.
for Forrest, 1 half.
I mean,
point
I
for
just knew that
Patrick.
one going in. That does
Yeah,
that
still a
count?
point.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a point. Yeah,
All
you
right,
actually
all right.
knew it.
All right,
Not like
next.
the first one you faked that got fed to you.
True.
Next is
Edwin was texting me.
Kivik.
Oh God,
The
this
kivik.
is this
Yeah,
is
I know.
definitely a piece of furniture.
Yeah,
know exactly
It
what
sounds
this
very
is.
fun. You go then.
Yeah,
you
go
know.
ahead.
It's an IKEA furniture piece.
Right,
That's
definitely.
a small end table, not unlike this one.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Wow, interesting. I'm gonna say that it is
Kivik.
it's a small desk lamp that might go on top of one of these.
Well, very nice. Very nice. It's undeniably a piece of IKEA furniture, but the Kivik is well known to be a shoe storage rack.
well known.
Well known.
Well known.
Half points across the board.
Okay.
What
It
is
is a piece of furniture. It is actually
Oh, the food's here. Thank you. Thank you. He actually came all the way up to the studio door this time.
man just walked in our studio.
He did. He was so confused.
Was the door open?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so this is a piece of furniture. It's a comfy sofa.
A comfy sosa.
Yeah, he did say
Could
so.
we-
so.
I did say sofa.
So, could we look at a picture? I'd like to see a picture.
Yeah, I might
mean,
purchase a
I-
Kivik right now.
I'm sort of doubting that it's comfy.
I think
It's
I
made at
find
IKEA,
that
so it's
a
not.
little hard to believe.
I think Edwin is literally just making this up.
Well, I mean, this is a Kivik.
This is a Kivik.
Does it have to come
I
in
gotta tell you
seafoam
something.
green, or are there other options?
What do you have to tell us, Pat?
It does look pretty comfy.
It does look
Looks like your standard sofa.
Yeah.
Well, kind of wide pillows. It looks a little more wide.
I'll tell you what, I don't like a sofa with a square edge like that because there's nowhere to lean your head nicely.
Absolutely.
That's true.
When you're talking about the short arm
Yeah.
square,
Yeah.
yeah, it's no good.
Nah, it's no
My
good.
kid knocks his noggin on that when he's
Yeah.
trying to do
Constantly.
somersaults.
All right, let's get a few more. I kind of
It's a
like
noggin
this.
knocker.
I also have not been to IKEA since I was probably in my early 20s, and my wife goes like twice a year. and I'm
I've
just like, I
never
won't-
been to
won't go.
IKEA in my entire life.
Really?
It's a
Never.
nightmare.
It's an experience. It's
It's an experience.
well because they have a cafeteria there,
I feel like
and
the
you can get meatballs as you shop for furniture.
I
Makes
feel-
no sense.
I feel like the people that
Swedish meatballs.
Yeah.
that enjoy going to Costco are the same people that go to IKEA to
False.
shop.
False.
What do
I
you mean?
love going to Costco. I'll eat a whole meal while I'm walking around Costco. I'll
I
get
did
like
it the other
14
day.
free samples. I'll
Yeah.
go look at the booze prices because you can get like a handle for like $1.50.
How embarrassing!
I might buy a hammock. Like that's what I love about Costco.
You went the other
TV
day-
Purchase.
Just because we hadn't eaten and it was right there and we were like, let's just eat at the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lovely slice of pizza, by the way.
$2.
delicious.
They had a 95-inch flat screen TV for $1,300.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Almost bought it.
That didn't exist like 6 months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How embarrassing is it though when you go up for your fourth or fifth sample from the same vendor?
Nah, it's fine.
Not at all.
No,
embarrassing.
yeah.
No,
The other ticket
They don't
is
give a shit.
The other ticket
take
is when
6 at a time.
if you're yeah, just take a lot at once. Be like, oh, my whole family wants to try this.
they don't even care. They don't even look at you.
No. All right, let's get a couple more here.
All right, next is kudu.
This is an animal.
Yeah.
This is I mean, I don't know what animal. It's a kudu. You know, it's a kudu. It's like it's one of those kudus. That's a bird. It's an
So-
animal. I'll get half a point. I don't care.
The kudu is one of the featured animals in the arcade game Buck Hunter.
It is. That's true.
Wow.
Very fun.
It's like a deer-like thing, I believe, in Africa. Maybe not that different than a gemsbok.
yeah.
So it
I mean, he
comes back.
pretty much got it right. It's an antelope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Peter,
I get
Peter
half a
gets
point.
a half point.
That's right.
One for Patrick
Yes.
and Forrest.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, next is uakari.
This is ridiculous.
Go ahead, Peter.
Uakari. I mean, it can't be an animal. But I can't. It's
No one would name an animal this.
It's
No.
it's like those shelves that you put up in your big walk-in closet. It's a shoe shelf.
Okay. Similar to this is a type of monkey.
It is a monkey.
Sons of bitches.
Some of them are bald.
Let's do one more.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what this next one is.
Next
pick
one-
it though. Pick it. You don't have to pick the next one.
Okay,
Just
this
pick-
one's 10 points actually.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Vanaloka.
Vanaloka. Well, this has got to be a piece of IKEA furniture.
I think so.
It is.
Why would they name it that?
I don't know.
That's really annoying.
I'm gonna say.
That's
it-
really pissing me off.
It's the least Scandinavian name too.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys
Yeah.
know what it is?
No.
Oh, Vanaloka must be a piece of IKEA furniture, which is kind of like a giant fan, except it comes down and it's got like little hands that are holding a wavy cardboard box that keeps you cool in the summer. You hang it like on your pergola outside.
You just really jumped on the word fan there, huh?
Yeah, pergola.
So
though.
I
did throw in pergola.
It
I
doesn't
do know
sound
things.
Swedish to me. So I think this is a Polynesian inspired sort of basket weavy chandelier type thing.
So
It's a chandelier for sure.
Patrick, both of your thinking is the same as mine, which is that it's definitely furniture, but it's that furniture that Scandinavians. Where's IKEA? Swiss?
Swedish.
Swedish?
Yeah.
It's Swedish
Sweden.
people have been like, this is a tropical word.
Yes.
So the Vanaloka, to me, is it's tapestry. It's a nice curtain, like a flowy curtain that
Smart.
you get at IKEA.
It's not a bad guess.
I was an
It's an
animal.
animal?
It is an animal.
What is it?
What is it?
It is a mini civet from Madagascar.
You
What?
Never heard of such
Patrick
things.
is
Been there many
now-
times.
gonna have a new animal he wants on his list.
Oh my goodness.
It's a
a-
Malagasy
it's
civet. That's not a
it's a-
Vanaloka. This is shenanigans.
What?
This is shenanaloka.
Shenanaloka.
Yeah.
Fusa Fusana is
Very,
the
very cool.
Okay.
I do
fair
think that
enough.
we should maybe start a piece of furniture that's just drapery called this, though.
Yeah. By the way, that's a look at
Whoa.
that.
It's one of the cutest animals
Look
I've
at
ever
that.
seen.
It's a picture of the Nashville Zoo. A Fanaloka baby was born in the Nashville Zoo, and it's sitting next to a stuffed animal.
Wow,
and I
it's
want to
cute.
kiss it on the mouth.
I really do.
Cute.
I would
Oh
have
my
French
God.
kiss it.
Whoa.
There are a lot of
tongue is
animals that
out.
I would like to French kiss. Is that wrong to say? Like,
you ever see like just an
No,
animal's
not at all.
tongue hanging out? You kind of want to suck on it.
I don't want to suck on it, but I would kiss it on the tongue, if that makes sense. It's disgusting, but I would do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you suck on it, it's animal abuse.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah,
totally.
you got to French kiss it. Make
I
sure
will
your
lift
tongue-
my dog's lips up and kiss his teeth sometimes. It's a disgusting habit. I don't know why I do it.
That is.
It's okay. I mean,
disgusting.
he's healthy. You're healthy. It's a
Yeah,
healthy
but it's just like
relationship.
it's talking about like I just want to kiss his teeth. I don't. It's disgusting.
It's
I don't know
such
why
a
I
weird
do it.
urge.
It's so weird.
Real tooth guy, aren't you?
Apparently.
Well, guys, the food's here, and as you know, I'm pretty fat, chubby, if you will. So I think we're gonna have to wrap it up.
Okay, you know what? Before we wrap up, before Peter even does the thing, guys, we've realized that YouTube has become very difficult for people to actually get fed some of the content. I'm experiencing that on my YouTube channel. We're experiencing that on the Wild Times YouTube channel. But there's a way around it. If you go to the channel, click the little bell, and turn on your notifications, you will know every time a pod drops. And you can comment and do shenanigans and share it with your friends and, you know, just Fanaloka all over us.
Absolutely.
A Fanaloka,
No, a
baby.
bunch of people have said that they thought we stopped doing the podcast.
It's insane
because they don't get it. Never goes to their feed, and they're like, "I didn't realize you'd still been doing it for the
I know.
last few months."
It's upsetting.
It is.
Let me say to say the least.
Better do the thing.
Also, dude, we do so many bonus pods. We've got a whole library already. I mean, between the public and the bonus pods, there's over like 300. I'm pretty sure.
Crazy.
So if you haven't seen them all, go get caught up. We still put out 4 a month on your iTunes. You can get it on Spotify. You can get it on Patreon, but go to iTunes and get it. Go to Spotify and get it. wildtimes.club/info. Click the link. Grab the content. If you do it for a month, hey, support the show. We love you. Good night, everybody.
No problems here.
Nice.
/info.
I really like this animal.
I do too. I want one.
I can't wait to do a battle royale where I get to use it.
Ooh,
Would
smart.
you French kiss it?
Yes, I said I wanted to.